everybody, we're back again. It is time to look at the third etude of this year's TMEA B-flat clarinet all-state audition music. This one is on page 69 of your artistic studies book, and it is etude number 24. First of all, thing that you need to see before anything else is the key signature. 3 flats, folks, 3. B-flat, E-flat, and A-flat. A-flat and harmonically is spelled G-sharp. A-flat, G-sharp, same note. So you're going to be using this side guy right here quite a bit in this etude. Also, don't forget, as you go up high with your high A, instead of A, it's going to be A-flat, which feels like G-sharp with your little spoon key right here. Thank you, Stacy McBurney, for calling that the spoon key. Everybody knows it as that now. All right. So this etude is pretty straightforward. There's really not a whole lot in here that's weird as far as fingerings go, although there are a couple of spots. We're going to talk about those, okay? First of all, let's start in measure 5. Look at measure 5. In the past years that I've judged, all region, area, and state auditions, and this etude has been one of the cuts. This measure right here seems to be one that a lot of students have trouble counting. It looks like it's strange and awkward and weird, but it's really not, okay? I'm going to turn my stand around real quick. This is always fun. And I'm going to explain to you just a little bit of how you need to look at these notes. So, measure 5. Here we are right here, okay? Now what you'll notice is, leading up to this, you have 1 beat of 16 notes, 1 ta-ta-ta, followed by 2 ta-ta-ta. These measures right here, you got the 16th rest. That can be confusing. We don't see that a lot, yeah? But all it is just 1 missing note from a set of 16 notes. So here's your 16th notes. This guy right here, he's just silent. So you've got 1 ta-ta-ta, 2 ta-ta-ta, 1 ta-ta-2, ta-ta-1, ta-ta-2, ta-ta-ta, 1. It's not as tricky and weird as some people like to make it out to be. I've heard all sorts of strange things there. I've heard triplets. I've heard people go faster. I've heard people just go, I don't know, and skip the measure. It's all happened, but we're not going to do that, okay? So keeping our key signature in mind, I'm going to start second line, measure 4, and I want you to listen how this comes out together. My metronome is set at 40, down, up, this is our beat. Here's the measure 4 here. Great, did you hear how that fit together? Let's listen one more time. 1 ta-ta-ta, now. Great. Now let's talk about 2 other little things that show up in here. The first is C flat. That's the first note of measure 6, C flat. What is a C flat? I could drag a piano in here and I could show you all of the business, and I hope that you go find someone who can show you the business. But in the meantime, I'm just going to tell you, C flat is B natural, okay? 2 pinky B. C flat is B natural, okay? The other thing that you need to know, and this is very important, I don't care if this is all region music, I don't care if this is band, I don't care if this is solo and ensemble, doesn't matter. Just because there is a rest, that doesn't mean it's a breath mark. The first rest in measure 5 is marked as a breath mark because it is a great place to breathe. Unless you're going super fast, then just skip it. But otherwise, don't breathe every time you see the breath mark. If you do, this is what you're going to sound like. And it sounds very not controlled, especially as you get faster. You're not going to have time. A rest is not a breath mark. A rest is a moment of silence. That's all it is. It's a pause in sound. So don't try to turn it into something that it's not, or else you're going to slow yourself down and you're not going to be able to catch up when we get the tempo faster. Okay, now, second of all, let's look at measure. So we were just in 5, 6. Let's look at measure 7. Measure 7. Now there's going to be some tricks here. And in measure 6 and 7, we have this sound. You're jumping up to B flats all the time, okay? Now, here's the big question. Do I use pinch B flat? Or I use my amazing, awesome, nothing beats it side B flat. This is the best B flat in the world, guys. Sometimes it's not convenient to use the best B flat in the world. Sometimes you have to use pinch. Now, on these two measures, you can do either. This is personal preference, okay? However you feel best coordinated is what you should choose, okay? I'm gonna scoot up a little closer here for just a minute so you can see my fingers a little better, okay? So one way that you can play this is B natural, B flat pinch, got my register key in my front, okay? A, pinch, A flat, back to pinch, G, pinch, G flat is F sharp front finger, back to pinch, F thumb, back to pinch, regular good old E flat, that's our friend, back to pinch, to D. You can totally do that. That's what I did a second ago, okay? When I was in high school and this was one of my all-state etudes, I did it a little differently and I used side B flat. I may get ripped for this by other teachers, so if you don't want to see a controversy, just scrub on through a little bit, but I'm going to teach this. Okay, so here's your other option. You could go C flat, which is B natural, to B flat, pinch, A, and then change to your side key. A to side, A flat to side, G to side, F sharp to side, F to side, and then from here, you can either use your, what I call stupid fingering E flat. Don't slap me, clarinetists. Because I hate this fingering. I don't like it, but a lot of people swear by it, so you're not wrong, and I'm not wrong. Nobody's wrong. It's a D plus this little banana key. Did you even know that was there? Most people don't. You can use this to play your E flat. So you can go from B flat side to what I call stupid E flat or chromatic, back to side, back to D, okay? So there's two options for you. You can do whatever works the best for you, okay? As long as it comes out right, as long as it sounds good, as long as there's no blips, I don't really care about your method. I care about your performance, all right? Now, let's talk for a little bit about left hand Cs. Whenever you have flats as a clarinet player, especially more than 2, you're going to be playing C on the left, okay? Now, C on the left is also lovingly known within my studio as golf club C, which is this little guy right here because he looks like my 9-iron. Looks like a little golf club. It's awful cute. So instead of playing your C right here, you're gonna have to play it right here. But why? Because what's following that C is usually E flat, which is top pinky, and we do not slide. This is for emergencies only. The world is ending. That's the only time you're ever gonna use a slide on this instrument, got it? Okay, good. So the places that we see these left Cs, we have one in measure 12, which is the first measure of the 4th line. We have A flat, E flat, D, E flat, and we have C, so we can't slide, so we're gonna have to go to left C, E flat, D, E flat, to B flat, okay? Look at measures 19 and 20. Oh, let's talk about 19 and 20. They're the devil. That's right, they're not the devil. We're gonna take 5 seconds to be upset about them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're not upset anymore. We're gonna move on with our life. Okay, measure 19 and 20. So we have to do one of these, the world is ending fingering patterns, and it's the flip, okay? So take a look at it. The first note in measure 19 is a G flat, which is F sharp, middle finger, okay? The note before that is F natural. Normally we would play F natural and we would use our chromatic fork fingering, right? But look at what note comes after the G flat. It's a C. Oh, followed by an E flat. So it's going to be a left C and then this E flat. So to play this, we're going to play middle, left C, right, F, flip, left, right, F, flip, left, right, F, flip, left, right. The last note of the line is middle. It's not F, it's middle. And then it's flipped 1. Oh my gosh, how confusing is this? You're going to have to work on this a lot. You're going to have to use your grouping methods. Remember how we talked about grouping methods in the video for the first etude? So you can use this in groups of 5. You can play 1 ta te ta 2 and rest, 2 ta te ta 1 and rest, like this. Rest and look ahead. Rest 20. This one's different. Notice how the last one changes. Be aware of that. You don't realize how many people never see that. They just get stuck in the loop, stuck doing the same pattern over and over and over and over again, and then they don't see the change. Don't be that guy, okay? All right, now right below that, in measures 23 and 24, we have something similar, but it's not hard. It's not hard. It's not going to be like the passage above it. We have E flat to middle, and you can use your good old normal C that we know and love. C, D, E flat middle, C, D, E flat middle, C, D, E flat middle, flip, E flat, D, measure 25, okay? So the thing about this etude is even though most of it is straightforward, there are some bad habits that we have to use in order to make things come out right, because sometimes we can't get from here to there to there to, it's just not going to work. It doesn't work. So we have to break the rules a little bit, and it's all going to be fine. It's all going to be okay. Hopefully you're going to be going so fast so we won't hear any issues. It'll be all right. The last thing that I want to talk about in this etude are the octaves down at the bottom. Yay, more octaves! Ah! So third line from the bottom, that's where you have all the octave jumps, okay? They're pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy, but what I would like to suggest is on the E flats. So 35, there's measure 37. You have D to D, and then you have E flat, okay? I would suggest this. Instead of playing what you would normally play and going D, D, E flat on the side to E flat here, that's a lot of hand movement, a lot of right hand doing weird things. That's traveling, and we can't travel that fast very cleanly, okay? So let's make a suggestion here. I'm gonna suggest that E flat, you use what we call the 1 and 1 fingering, meaning 1 and 1. So you play your E natural like normal. To turn it into E flat, you can add at least 1 finger in the right hand, or you can go ahead and add all of your right hand down with your pinky on the E flat key that you're about to jump to, and that'll help. So instead of we're going to try this. Or all of your right hand. Now what you probably heard in adding all of your right hand, that E flat doesn't sound nearly as good. It's kind of anemic, right? It's kind of like, listen to the difference. This is normal E flat. This is 1 and 1. It's pretty big, isn't it? Add the right hand down. It's kind of fuzzy and weird. So here's the thing though, as fast as you're going to be going, it'll probably be okay if you decide to use all of your right hand down. However, in my notes, I have it written 1 and 1, and I play it 1 and 1. Now, some of you need to be careful because if your bridge key is out of alignment over here, your 1 and 1 might not work, because if you're not lined up back here correctly, what happens is when you push down 1, you can see that these guys right here move. And if your bridge key isn't aligned correctly, they won't close all the way, and your E flat 1 and 1 is going to sound terrible. If you haven't lifted your bridge key putting your horn together and your cork has been knocked off. If you've not been holding your clarinet with two hands outside at marching practice, swinging it around, and it came apart in the middle and it fell and your bridge key went whack, it won't work. So get your horn fixed. Take care of your instruments. Treat them nicely. Okay, so that's all that I have found in here that I feel that we should talk about for this etude. If you find something that you need help with that I didn't see, or that I just assumed that you would know, you need to let me know that I assumed wrongly. And you can ask me, email me. My email is going to be in the description of this video. If you're one of my regular students, you can contact me via text. You can ask your directors, or you can have your directors contact me. Either way, I'm happy to help. It's why I'm here. So in the meantime, here comes my tagline. Be lovely, be kind to one another, be awesome. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.